What's up with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, people, humanity, fanboys, and fangirls, and of course, as always, otakus and Nikki Komoris out there. This is the Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Manny Wolverine. Of course, you guys are interested in intros and outros towards this channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Where to begin, my voice might sound a little bit funny. I swear to fucking God, I am not sick. I don't know what the fuck it is, but sometimes it's like my body wants me to trick myself into thinking that I'm sick, but I'm not. Just fucking weird. I don't know why. At least I hope I didn't get sick. I remember I was working around yesterday. I also know people that were sniffing or coughing around, as far as I can remember. Anyways, yeah, there's that. Oh, and I did talk about this in my chat and breeze, so I don't know. I'll probably have both of the videos up by the time you see this video. Both the videos are probably going to be up because I heard about this the other day, but by the time I got back home after I was doing my chat and breeze and right after I got out of work and all the other good shit, I was way too tired to talk about this. Like, I was a fucking wreck. I was just really tired of shit from work and from doing my outdoor chat and breeze. Legs fucking felt like they were jelly, so they were sore as fucking shit. And dealing with that sort of amount of pain was not fucking fun. So, yeah, there is fucking that. So, it's the reason I decided not to do this video today, which I'm doing it today now, but links to the description box down below. Oh, and another link to the description box down below to, besides my chat and breeze video, I talked a little about that whole Fortnite thing and a couple other stuff on there. And stuff that had nothing to do with gaming. It was just stuff about Dave Chappelle again. So links down below if you want to check that out. Anyways, there was a video. There was already a trailer yesterday from the official Pokemon channel. You probably saw a bunch of people doing reaction videos to it yesterday, or live stream reactions. I don't know. But I found this from Shaq, dudes. I'll leave the link to the official trailer down below. I was really mind-blowing as fuck. I already saw the trailer myself. For once, actually no, for twice, because the first time I saw the Mega Charizard X and Y and Pokemon X and Y, I like the Y one better than the X. I know a lot of people decide to choose Mega Charizard X more than Mega Charizard Y. For me, for some reason, I like Mega Charizard Y, because it still kind of looks the same. It's a little bit more upgraded. With X, he looks okay too, but I'm not crazy about the design compared to... And it's a dragon type too, and as much as I love my dragon types, the back of my mind, I know when I was a 90s kid, everything was always about when Pokemon was still coming out on the scene. I'm not going to get too much of a story lesson, a long story short though. I did at the time. I liked Venusaur a lot more compared to Blastoise than Charizard, and then when Gen 2 came out, I saw Blastoise's old school 16 picture pixelation design. I liked him a lot better than the first one. The first one looked ugly as heck. Second one looked a lot better. So it was an improvement. So yeah, there is that. So Gigantamax and Meow, Pikachu, and Charizard. Yeah, and I just never liked Charizard because he was just an overrated fucking fire-type Pokemon. I think the first 3 generations of Pokemon, I feel like they're the most overrated ones. Because I remember, I know the internet wasn't a huge thing at the time, but social media was around a lot in 2007 when Diamond Pearl came out. Because I'm not going to get too off track with it, but I don't think that many people liked Infernape as far as I know. I know some people probably liked him. But I think the first 3 generations, when it came to like Charizard, Typhlosion, Blaziken, those 3 got overrated as shit. It's like, oh, they're the coolest fire types. And I never really liked fire types that much anyways. And then they're okay. They're not the greatest in the world, though. There's a few designs I just didn't like the designs. I always stuck with the grass type until Gen 5, because when I saw Superior and Snivy, the whole evolution line for Black and White, I did not like it. It looked like fucking crap. I'm sorry, it just did. I mean, I like snakes, but I don't really like how he looked in the anime either. Maybe that had something to do with it. And then it changed a little bit. I started liking grass types again when I saw the whole Chespin line, Gen 6 and Gen 7 after that, so on and so forth. 7 was all about water type. You know, if you've been on my channel for a while, if you go back to my older videos when I was talking about Sun and Moon, I was still doing reactions at the time. And I still do, but it's just a once-in-a-while thing. I don't do them as much anymore. You know, I love the crap out of Popplio's evolution design. I know a lot of people either like the Rufflet or the Litten evolution line. I didn't like either of those two. Man, I like the shiny version for the last final evolution for Litten, its whole evolution line, that one, Incineroar and Terracat, whatever. Torracat. But it was still okay. So I'm not going to get too much into it because I only get 15 minutes to do this shit, which I wish I could get more, but sadly I fucking can't. So, Gigantamax, Meow, Pikachu, and Charizard come to Pokemon Sword and Shield. Hopefully I'll have to do a second part on this. Players can look forward to Gigantamax, Meow, Charizard, And when Pokemon Sword and Shield are released later this year, I'm not going to lie, the Charizard shit looks nice as fuck. He looks badass as fucking hell. I will admit it. As much as I hate to admit it, it's true. He does look good. Anyways, the Meowth one, he looks a little bit funny. He looks a little weird funny. He's okay. The Eevee one I like a lot, even though Eevee and Pikachu are the same, but it's like they brought Fat Pikachu. Everyone's calling him Chungu. There's already a shitload of memes on these three already. I've seen a lot for the Meowth and Pikachu. I didn't see that many for Eevee. There might be a bunch now. Usually after a couple hours after a real big thing is designed like this, a lot of people either do a shitload of fan art or DeviantArt or make a shitload of memes on there. That's just how the internet is nowadays. If you're excited for the next month's release of Pokemon Sword and Shield, then I've got even bigger news for you. Today, which was yesterday, the beloved developer of one of the gaming's most iconic series and a brand new trailer showcasing several new Gigantamax Pokemon, including Charizard, Pikachu, Meowth, and even Eevee. I had to get a drink there. You can check out the trailer for yourself in this article. It's pretty entertaining to see a design that the developers have. Excuse me. Developers. I lost my fucking thing. Hold on. Developers have taken. There we go. Along the Gigantamax and Pokemon, and some like Eevee look fantastic. Others like Meow leave a bit to desire. To be desired. Excuse me. Still, we're excited to see them in action and try out the next Gigantamax moves ourselves. The newly revealed Gigantamax and Pokemon also spawned tons of new memes and jokes, like I just said. With the things like hashtag Fat Pikachu starting to trend on various social media surfaces in response to the chunky version of the Pokemon in the popular series for Gigantamaxing form. Each of the new generation series of Pokemon are feeling the developers are always trying to do something new to keep the series feeling fresh, despite the series having released almost 30 sequels since the first game in 1996, which that was in Japan. I think 97 or 98 is when we got it here in the United States. Could be wrong. I should be right, though, because I remember that very fucking vividly. With over 20 years of history in a gaming series and tons of other media to boot, Pokemon has always been one of the most iconic franchises in gaming history. And it will be intriguing to see how bringing the series to the Nintendo Switch allows Game Freak to expand and evolve in the series game as a whole. Gigantamax and Pokemon are the latest addition of the various mechanics that we've seen added since the first gameplay of 96, and we're intrigued, I won't say intrigued, to see how they fare in actual gameplay sequences. On top of the game offering Gigantamax and Pokemon, Charizard, Meowth, and Eevee are also shown in trailers below. Butterfree, that's what I was going to say. When the hell are they going to talk about Butterfree? Because Butterfree finally got some sort of different form. So I know a lot of people, I'm going to go off the rails a little bit, but a lot of people were wanting, I know, especially a lot of old school fans that grew up with this Generation 1 and 2 like I did. We wanted the shit out of a new Butterfree form or Mega Evolution or something like that, or Alolan form. We finally got something in Gigantamaxing form. It looks good. It looks like a fusion, in my opinion. It looks like fucking Venomoth mixed with, I don't know, Clefable or something like that. Because it looks like it's going to be a Bug Fairy type. In my opinion, I don't know. As well as several other Gigantamax Pokemon, keep your eyes on the glued to Pokemon Sword and Shield news for information, guys. That's November. Okay. This comes from Josh Hawkins. Gotta give credit is due there. Yeah, so, overall thoughts, views, and opinions, it's cool. I really like the Meowth's alright. The Eevee one and the Charizard one I'm really liking a lot, man. Those two look sick. The Butterfree one, I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but hey, I'm just glad he got some sort of love, you know? I mean, I was never a big fan of Butterfree. I mean, in the anime, when I was growing up with it as a 90s kid, I thought it was cool. It was alright. And, like, I actually didn't cry when Ash releases Butterfree, because I know it's going to sound like an asshole-ish thing for me to say, because I know with level of video games, it's supposed to be a level of immersion. I don't really believe in immersion thing, because you're still there in real life. You're in the same place that you were before. Unless you were playing back in the days, like in a Game Boy Color Advance. Years before Nintendo Switch was a thing. I don't know, I never really believed in that, because I already know it's a fantasy fake world, it's not real. I know it sounds like a fucked up thing to say, but I didn't really cry for something that's not going to be real. If I was going to cry for that was something real, that would have been different. I don't want to sound like a cynical fucking asshole, but to me, they were just anime cartoons. That's just how I've always seen it. Like, I wish they could be real, but I know, sadly, that's probably never going to happen. Maybe in a different lifetime, they might be real with Pokemon. I don't know. Or other monster creatures out there. That'd be really cool as shit. Maybe one day we might see that in real life, but I doubt it. But it'd be cool if that happened. But I'm not going to be able to read this whole thing. I'm only going to be able to read half of it. So this comes from Alex Nelson. Sony now. Release date and controller spec, haptic feedback, and new PlayStation. PS5. So this came out the other day. I know I'm a little late to it. I got this information when I was reading and watching another video from Young Yays. So I'll leave the link to his video down below if you want to see it yourself. And a more professionalistic sort of video. Because that dude's very professional as fuck. I love how he does his content. Absolute fucking legend. It says, we already know a handful of things about Sony's next PS5 console. But now, the tech giant has officially announced that the PS5 development. Usually such announcements are reserved for major news trade shows and shows off with the bluster of production of the West End Gates production, just like Microsoft did with the E3 announcement Project Scarlet. But Sony instead decided to make the new move so-called console wars, confirming that the PS5 will interview with Wired magazine. Speaking to the tech site Interactive Entertainment, CEO Jim Ryans and PC architect, there we go. PC architect, I fucking lost my thing. Mark Cerny divulged the details on technical specifications and said it will be called the PS5. Nice to be able to see it again. Say it again. Like a giant burden that has been lifted off of my shoulders. Here's what we know so far. Hopefully I don't get too far into this thing because I might skip something. But like I said, links in the description box down below if you want to read it yourself. It's all good if you don't. Or you can check out Young Ye's video. He does a really good job on this shit. For the first time ever in graphic consoles, the PS5 will support ray tracing, a graphical technique that comes from the models of the light simulator complex interaction in 3D environments. This quote from himself, Mark Cerny, I guess is the one that's talking. While ray tracing is a staple of Hollywood visual effects in the beginning, it is beginning to work its way into 10,000 high-end processors, says Wired. No game console has been able to manage it because it mimics its way to light bouncing from others, objects into a scene, reflective surfaces and refractions through the glass or liquid can be rendered to a much more accurate and even real time, leading to heightened realism. The console will also be featured to a solid-state drive or SSD, which means it will be able to load games much faster than a more typical hard disk drive. Oh, okay. That sounds really promising there. I'm hoping that's what the PS5 because I really want to get that whenever I get my Nintendo Switch, which is probably going to be more than likely November, because I wanted to say September I wanted to get it, but it's probably going to be November. Fired up for PS4 play and Spider-Man magazine plays good. On a TV, Spidey stands in a small plaza. They reported a previous PS5 domain controller. Demonstration. Cerny presses a button on a controller, initiating a fast travel into Interstellar. I think that's how you say it. I have never seen that word before. When Spidey reappears into a totally different spot in Manhattan, 15 seconds have elapsed. Then Cerny does the same thing on a next-gen dev kit connected to a different TV. What looks 15 seconds now takes less than 0.8 seconds to be exact. That solid-state drive also means that it is more efficient storage of data, freeing up more spaces for developers to take advantage of, whether with more detail of the gaming world or smaller full size. Alright, you can read the rest of that stuff there. This is what the real shit I really wanted to get into. I wish I could read this whole thing quick, but I only get 15 minutes on this bitch. Oh, I think that was over there. The controllers. This is what I want to talk about. It says, perhaps the biggest... Oh, no, hold on. It is not only the consoles that are getting technical upgrades, the PS5 controllers will also be seeing a wealth of new features. Perhaps the biggest feature is the introduction of the haptic feedback, which takes place at the Rumble features, now commonplace in video game controllers. Controllers, that's what I meant to fucking say. And then it takes it to the next level. Rather than just vibrating at different times, intensifies and simulates in-game impacts. Haptic feedback now allows the developers to program distance, tactical feed into their games. Sand felt slow and sluggish, said Y reporter. Mud felt slow and soggy. On a high-frequency responsibility thumbstick, really, and my character was gliding. Jumping into a pool, I got the sense of resistance of the water, of wooden bridges, and bounty sensation. So, with all thoughts, views, and opinions, hopefully it's really, really good. And if it's not, it's going to be shit. That sucks. It's probably going to be better than the PS4. It always is. And that's it. Links down below. Cards on the side. I'm done. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls. And as always, I'll talk with Nikki Commodities. I'll see you when I see you guys. Good day, good night, wherever you're in the universe out there. Stay tuned for more future video gaming industry news, anime manga news, internet news. Now wraps up the video. Peace out. I'm like sauerkraut. Laters and goodbye. I'll see you on the flip side. Like I said before, link to Young A's video down below explaining all this on a lot more professional stance. I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Deuces, I'm gone. Later.